Hello, welcome back. This is our second episode of Pension Advocacy Group. And I'm Faith Marie Ruiz, and this is
Tina Padilla.
and we are here just to discuss our mission for Pension Advocacy Group and the difference between defined benefit and defined contribution.
Okay, so we'll move on to the second slide here, and you told me not to read the slide, so I'm trying not to look at the slide so I don't have to read it. But as you can see, the Pension Advocacy Group, our mission is basically to use the members' strength along with research, organizing, and educating and discussing topics that come across our table regarding defined benefit, which is what our Chicago Teachers Pension Fund is considered a defined benefit. And we want to protect these defined benefits because they're the gold standard of retirement savings, and the intention was it to be there for our students of Chicago because we want good teachers in front of our students, and this gold standard of a retirement plan was part of recruiting and retention of teachers. That's the intent, and this was established 130 years ago. So basically, in the smallest possible words I could think of, was what is the mission of the Pension Advocacy Group? Is protecting the
Protection.
gold standard of retirement savings that is a defined benefit. So that's our
The broad.
arching um, mission, the arch. Anything else?
No, and also it's just not for teachers, it's for others as well can learn from our podcast because
Yes.
a lot of people do not know the difference.
Correct, correct. And unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at the glass, either half full or half empty, um, we're also trying to restore this and make it um, just spread again because this was the main way a lot of even private companies were offering this so that they'd have good, stable employees. And they helped grow wealth in this country, this way of saving for people's retirement. So I'm going to move on to the biggest question we had, and why we're doing this is from our last board meeting. We had people in the meeting from the defined contribution people, 403B people were at the meeting, and a question came up. You asked the question, hey, I really don't know the difference between what you all are talking about. Our opposition, which is the defined contribution people, I call them our enemy, or the other team. If we want to talk about, I grew up with sports, different teams. My team is the defined benefit plan, aka pensions. Chicago Teacher Pension Fund is a defined benefit plan, and we are a private defined benefit plan. And it's for not only teachers, it's for anybody who qualifies. And I don't want to get into the weeds. You could go to ctpf.org, and if you are a licensed practitioner who works for the Chicago Public Schools, you are basically eligible. And if you want to check to see if you're eligible or not, you could go to ctpf.org, and they have a wealth of information there. You just got to dig for it. Sorry. So, big question, and this is what I came up with to answer your question in the simplest amount of time and words. Um, what are we featuring? We're featuring two different ways of saving for your retirement. Um, the main difference that everybody really is caring about, the people that are actually working and don't care about finance and, you know, don't understand the language, a defined benefit plan is a guaranteed amount of money that you have earned through your time of service and your dedication to your profession. And
guaranteed means what?
that
Lifetime?
yes,
That's
yeah,
what we need to know.
guaranteed for your lifetime, your actual lifetime. There are other benefits, and I don't want to get into the weeds. We want to keep this simple and the smallest amount of time. Yeah, it's protected. It's a constitutionally protected as well, the defined benefit. The defined contribution, it depends on the investments that you are making to your account during your working lifetime. So you have people say you got control, yeah, but it depends on your lifestyle, your relationship with money, your consultants, who you are getting advice for and from to retire and protect your money. That's the difference there. And the risk, when you are in a defined benefit program, the risk is it's a collective risk because
Mm-hmm.
it's a collective pool of money that you're invested with. Um, and in a defined contribution, you pay, risk is on you. Depends on what, portfolio you choose. And again, it depends on the people that you hire to advise you on how to invest your money. Common examples of what a defined benefit is and what a defined contribution: defined benefits, private pensions, public pensions, Social Security is a defined benefit, and that's why we have to protect that as well. A trust, like if you have a trust, somebody left you a lot of money, you are guaranteed this money to the day you die because there's enough money in your trust to do that. The difference in a defined contribution would be a 401k and a 403b.
Mm-hmm.
Income, it provides a structure. It's, depending on the number of years you work and how much you make, there's some factors there that is going to, but it's predictable, it's structured. And
you have to be disciplined.
well, in your defined contribution,
Yeah.
you have to be disciplined because you decide
You're deciding.
how much you want to have saved so that you can live, and who knows how many years we're going to live and how many we don't. That's why this is a better plan for most working Americans who don't make $500,000 or $1 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm talking to our teachers, CTPF, Chicago Public School teachers, is who I'm directing this information to. And that's a brief, very brief, but it gives you a good picture, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any
so.
questions?
No, I'm just like anybody else. I'm at the retirement age already, and I have retired. And unfortunately, you don't read the small print in some of your paperwork, and it's very important for the new teachers to come in and just that are coming in rather, that they read the fine print, because you have to know the difference, because there is a big difference between the two.
There is, sure is. Well, thank you very much for coming back and sharing your information with us. And together, we are hoping to restore defined benefits for all, one pension fund at a time. Until the next podcast, bye.
See ya.